Hey guys, Mike Valencia with Living in South Florida. Today I'm here with Dan at the Kloze Team at CMG Loans, and I wanted to talk to you about something that's going on down here in South Florida. One of the biggest factors that we have that I always talk about in most of my videos is affordability, right? We have a lot of homes that are hitting the market at reasonable prices. Prices are starting to be, sellers are starting to be a lot more reasonable than they were before. They thought they could sell it for another 50 to 100 grand like they used to last year. And reality has quickly set in. They realized they can't do that anymore. So some of the properties that are sitting on the market the longest are the properties that are not renovated, properties that need a lot of work, right? And when I try to tell my buyers, like, look, instead of you competing for the house that is renovated, why don't you go for the ugly duckling that could use some work? You know, I originally took advantage of this program, the fix and flip loan program that these guys offer. And it's a phenomenal program. I think it's a phenomenal tool that we can use down here in South Florida to be able to change the inventory and to be able to leverage for buyers a little bit more. Rather than getting to these competitions, just go for the house that needs a lot of work, and we're gonna be able to help you out on, you know, securing this loan, using this tool, and Dan can talk about it a little more.
Yeah, guys, fix and flip. We love this deal. We love this loan. We have 85 to 90% leverage on the total cost of your project. So the cost of the home plus the repairs you plan to put into it, we'll finance up to 80 to 90% of that. What that means to you is more cash in your pocket to do more deals, right? If we're offering 90% leverage, that leaves you 9 more projects you can do with that same money that you had. Yeah. If you do the math real quick, right? So Mike here definitely took advantage of that. If you're looking or you have a deal or you're an investor that wants Mike to take a look at your deal or find you some more, definitely feel free to reach out to him. He knows this product in and out. He's doing one himself, and with many more to come. We're happy to answer your questions as well too, but you know where to find us, klozecapital.com. So Mike, affordability is the biggest problem today, right? Everyone with rates in the 7s, maybe to the 8s coming up. CPI report just came out, that's going up. Fed's probably gonna keep increasing rates, so that's gonna keep driving the rates up, and home prices are not moving, right? Correct. Home prices aren't moving because there's no inventory. You got no inventory, you have no reason to put downward pressure on pricing, right? So pricing is gonna stay the same, if not continue to rise, even as less buyers are in the market, right? Because people still have to buy. We're still short so many homes. What's one thing you're doing to increase the appetite on your listing? You're absolutely right, Dan. One of the things that that we're seeing right now is the inventory shortage is still there, right? But some of the properties that people still want to buy, they're still going to look at it. I have a lot of showings on 2 particular properties at this time. They just can't afford it. Once they get to the next step of, okay, I like this property, identified it, I want to make an offer, and they call their lender and they say, hey, I want to make an offer on this, what does my payment look like? As soon as they get that reality check, that's when like they take the step back and say, I don't want to do this. But you guys just came out with a great tool of the listing lock program, right? Yes, that's right. So what that does is it allows the seller to advertise in a specific rate. They can lock an actual rate to the home, right? So long as they use us prior to the seller invest in buying a physical rate and paying down your points for the life of the loan. This isn't just a 3-2-1 buy down. This isn't just marketing seller concessions, right? Yeah. So your sellers now, just like the ones we're working on, get to promote an actual payment that's reduced to your buyers, right? So we're talking hundreds of dollars and then thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. But when you lower down the price of a monthly payment, you lower down the monthly payment by hundreds of dollars, that's the equivalent of tens of thousands in price, right? So at the end of the day, what do people care about? The price, the monthly payment. Right? They don't care about the price at the end of the day. They kind of do, right? We don't want to overpay from what the last guy did, but at the end of the day, it's really, the monthly payment. And so this is one way to make those things work, is to incentivize the buyer of your home by giving them a reduced rate in the 6s, maybe even the 5s. That's awesome. And so as a seller, that's a very powerful tool, and you're glad to have Mike on your team, knowing what's available. But what's the cherry on top? Can you also refinance within the first few years? You're right, I almost forgot that. Refinances, haven't even heard of that word in probably 2 years. But with our program, anyone who closes this year, over the course of the next 5, you'll be able to refinance your home at reduced costs.
Yep.
We're talking no lender fees. We'll cover the cost of the appraisal and $1,000 towards title. And since we already have the loan, we don't need to also start up a new escrow balance. So we're talking very minimal additions to your loan amount as a refinance when rates drop.
That's cool.
And this isn't just a 1 year or 2 year, this is a whole 5-year span. So hopefully we should be in a different rate market by then.
Hopefully.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, if you're looking to either move in, out, or around South Florida, give us a call. All of the information is in the description below. My name is Michael Valencia. We're living in South Florida. This is Dan Nunez with the Kloze Team at CMG Loans. Thank you for watching.
Mortgage Man, you know where to find us.
Awesome.